This is the plaintiff, Candace Bavetta. She says she hired the defendant to do some electrical work in her house. And when he went to the attic, he damaged her air conditioning ducts. That's right, he stepped on them, squishing them so air couldn't get through. And he refuses to reimburse her for the $700 it cost her to get them fixed. That's exactly why she's suing him. This is the defendant, Jeff Kyle. He says he and the plaintiff dated about 30 years ago, and she hired him for some electrical work. The woman had many contractors in and out of the attic. She didn't get any permits or hire licensed people, and when he found out about it, she got angry and accused him of damaging her air ducts. He categorically denies damaging them and owes this woman nothing. He's accused of not watching where he steps.
All parties, please use your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff hired the defendant to do electrical work and the guy damaged the air conditioning system. Now the defendant says they used to date and she's making this up because she got angry. It's the case of condition to sue.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Okay, Candace Bavetta.
Correct.
You are suing Jeff Kyle, doing business as Kyle Electric, for $700, a cost to repair some air ducts that you say he damaged. Tell me what happened.
In July of 2017, I purchased a condo that my 88-year-old aunt would be moving into. During the course of escrow, there was a home inspection conducted. During the inspection, the air ducts located in the attic of the condo had some minor repairs that were necessary.
According to the inspection report, it says tears.
Okay.
And those were repaired.
Correct, by the Homeowners Association. Once escrow closed, then I was looking into renovating the condo, bringing it up to date. It was built in 1965, had been sitting for 15 years, and was in need of repair and renovation. It's a senior community, so neighbors were happy to see somebody was going to finally purchase it and renovate it, and they'd have a new neighbor. So during that, electrical repairs and renovation were necessary. Having known Jeff Kyle for a number of years, over 23 years.
How'd you know him?
I knew him from work, where I worked. Okay, so he conducted work on the condo for me. Kyle Electric stated that all the work was completed, and we did a room addition, a sunroom addition to the rear of the location. We wanted to put an air conditioning unit in that location. To do that, we had an air conditioning man come out. He took a look at the ducts to make sure that they were functioning properly. He gave us an estimate, and it was good to go. He ordered the air conditioning unit, and he came back 2 weeks later to go ahead and install it. And the air conditioning man came, said that there was a problem with the ducts, and he informed...
That was 2 weeks after he had looked at the ducts?
Correct.
So what's the date he looks at the ducts?
December 1st.
And then the date he goes to install the new AC, or that section of the AC, is what date?
It's December 19th.
And who was in the attic between December 1st and December 19th?
The only people working in the attic at the time were Jeff Kyle's two employees. They were working there unsupervised and finishing electrical work.
Do you have pictures of how
Yes.
it was crushed? Okay. Okay. Now they're literally like pulled away.
Correct. If you look at
How is it sliced? What business would the electrical guy have to slice in the middle of the duct, or is that just
well, if you
pulled
look
apart?
at that photo, you'll see the yellow electrical wire going around where that duct originally was connected.
Yeah, I see it.
That's yellow wire going around the duct.
That's electrical wire?
Yes.
Why is it hanging like that in the wind? I'm going to have to ask you that question.
That's going over where the air unit is. There's no reason.
No, why is it just like why is it like that instead of neatly against a surface or something?
Well, she had somebody else come in after I did.
Did you guys do that, yes or no?
No.
Are you saying another electrician did that?
Yes, she did have somebody
But
come in
these are
after
when the
me.
pictures were taken, when they find out that there's damage. Why did she hire another electrician, according to you?
Because we had a falling out, and
What was the falling out about?
about getting paid, and then finding out that.
Wait, hold on. Why would she not pay you? What did she say?
Okay. So would you hire somebody that you used to date?
No, I would not.
Because?
Well, as the saying goes, don't where you eat, so.
That is the saying. What do you say?
I would say, I mean, it depends, but I mean, if we had a good relationship, why not? And if I trusted them.
Well, he just told you why not.
Yeah, but I mean, that's his opinion. But I mean, if we had a good thing.
Okay, you're going to be the tiebreaker.
I would say no.
Because?
Things like this could happen, where they can like come.
That could happen at any time, but why not somebody you date?
You just
Or used to date?
you know the bad and you know the good too well. So
But you know the
bad.
good.
So you know
You
the
know the
bad.
good as well.
You know the bad.
Am I going to watch you guys break up right in front of my...
Oh, no.
This is kind of cool, going inside the courtroom.
It's not that she wasn't gonna pay me, she just kept, dragging it on and dragging it on.
Okay, let's back it up a second. Did you two date?
We, once or twice,
Okay.
so,
Did you stay friends after that?
yeah.
Okay. She doesn't pay you, and she tells you the reason she's not paying you is what?
Just because she wants to make sure everything works, and it's like, okay, that's fine, and then it got to being like 30 days, and then it's like, well,
Okay,
you're...
so when was the last day that you worked there?
I believe it was about December 5th.
Did any employee of any kind go up into that attic between December 1st and December whatever?
Only 2, and they were Kyle Electric employees.
Okay. So now we know the HVAC guy pops his head in and sees this.
Yes,
And then he tells you, we have a problem.
correct.
Some of it is crushed, like right here on the bottom left. Some of it has disconnected because, like, as though there was an impact that made it disconnect. And so you want them to pay what you paid for the new air ducts, which was $700.
Correct.
You think he squealed at the city on you, right?
I know he did.
Okay, and why would he do that?
Why would he do that? He got angry because I was going to withhold money for electrical that was not working, as well as the air duct damage.
Did you end up paying him?
Yes,
Did you do that?
I saw some of the work that those guys were doing. It's possible.
It's possible you did that, or did you do that?
No, I didn't do it. They're the guys that were installing the
No,
sunroom.
she says you filed a
No,
complaint.
I didn't. No, after
then
I
in the
called to find out about permits, yes.
Right, but you never called to find out about permits before you started working, right? So you're not exactly
No,
like
I'm
a
not
detailed
exactly.
guy. You're the guy who's just going to get paid to do some work with an old friend. Did you actually do the work, or did 2 of your employees do the work?
No, I was there too.
Did you do the work, or did 2 of
Yeah.
your employees do the work? Were you there every day?
I was there every day, and then I'd have to take off for a little bit, and I'd be back. But yes, I was there.
Were you in the attic? Because you're a big guy.
Yeah.
According to Charlie, you were rarely there. And he says they looked good before the kids went up there, and they didn't afterwards. If you weren't there the whole time, how can you testify that this damage wasn't done?
Well, I can testify that I was up there basically the last day we were there, and they weren't like that.
So nobody else was up there, so how did that happen then? You think she ripped it
well-
apart just to pin it on you?
Prior to us starting, Charlie had already told us that the ducts, because they had holes in them, had asbestos in it, and they were coming out.
Can you prove that?
No, well, I know once he said it had asbestos, I know we stayed away from it, because you don't want to disturb them because you're going to make the dust of the asbestos start
Okay, so
blowing
you're
around.
so you're saying that Charlie told you those are going to be changed.
They're
Can you
changing
prove
it.
that?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Well, other than what she wrote in there, that they said they had asbestos and they were going to change them.
No, what she says is the opposite of what you're saying. She says, due to asbestos concerns, it was advised we just patch and do the best we could. That's what she says, not that she was replacing them. How am I supposed to believe that you went on a ladder and went up there? You're a big guy. Let me tell you something. I know big guys don't really want to crawl into the attics, and you got to get up in the ladder. You got to get up where the itchy asbestos is and where the insulation is. So I'm having a little bit of difficulty believing that you went up there. Also, I know that even though you've known her 23 years, you felt like she was doing you wrong by being, too picky and waiting and stringing you along on the payment. And I know that you actually did something was really kind of mean-spirited, which is you brought the fury of the town on her, which has probably cost her thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Tough for you. You shouldn't have done it on permit. But, you got your pound of flesh. So now it's not, you want me to believe she's trying to retaliate against you for that, but all this comes out December 18th. and it comes out right away. Seldom do I have a case where everything is so smooth like this, where there's somebody looking at it, goes out and buys the parts, and then he comes back to take care of business, and he says, that's not how it looked a few weeks ago. You know, usually we don't have that privilege. If not you, then who? If not your people, then who?
Well, I mean, they had plumbers up there too doing water lines.
Not during that time.
Yeah.
How do you know?
The whole time, they were there when we were working there
Okay, but
too.
you keep talking like you were there the whole time, but according to these other guys who were there, you weren't there the whole time. You seldom came by. You know what? I'm convinced that it happened during the time that we're saying it happened. I'm convinced that there's enough testimony to establish that you can't even rebut, because I don't think you were there the whole time, that the only people who were doing work up there at the time was the electrical company, and I'm finding in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of the $700.
Thank you,
for
Your
the
Honor.
plaintiff.
So the plaintiff is going to get her money. Mr. Kyle, it did not work out too well for you today.
No.
What are you thinking?
Well, you know, I should have more documentation, but I tried taking a friend for what she was, but didn't work.
Yeah, and then you snitched on her.
Yeah, you know.
You sorry you did that or not?
No, not. You know, she's done plenty towards me since then, so it'll all come out in the wash.
All come out in the wash. Okay, well, thank you very much. This one you lost, so, okay. All right, Ms. Bravetta. Bravetta. I'm
Bavetta.
sorry. This has been going on for a long time.
It's been just over a
It's a
year.
pain in the neck, huh?
Well, pain in another part of the body, but
All right. What's the status of the building itself now?
it's permitted, and the permit didn't
Is it
cost.
livable yet?
Oh, absolutely, and the permit didn't cost that much, so
Okay.
it's costing me more by not getting the permit, so I've learned a lesson here.
Very good. All right. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Congratulations. Okay. Harvey?
You know, these civil cases turn on 51-49. All you have to do is tip the scales a little bit. Fact is, he wasn't a very good witness, and this really was more like 80-20. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.